my mom gave me records. So I had Captain Kangaroo, I had Pete Seeger's Songs for Children, and a couple of Beatles records. And I'd play these records over and over and over again, making up fake relationships with these people. Like the Beatles became my alt dads, because my dad was terrifying, and the woman he married was terrifying, like my stepmother. Her son was a psycho. I have no idea if any of these people are alive or not. They were terrifying. But the Beatles were not. And I liked Ringo the most, because Ringo gave me hope. Because when you hear him sing, you think, I can do that. I'm not putting him down. I'm just saying, you hear that, you're like, that mount's assaultable. Maybe I could get up there. Anyway, they became my alt parents, and my mom had pitch perfect taste in music. So I'd wander into the living room, and my mom put on one record after another. So as a little kid, I got into Stravinsky and Bartok and Beethoven and Miles Davis and Bob Dylan and Dionne Warwick and Mary McCabe, Mama Africa, and both Guthries, etc., show tunes, Barbra Streisand. This was all in my wheelhouse. So by the time I'm in like 5th grade, my favorite records were Joplin in Concert and Hot Buttered Soul by Isaac Hayes. I was a deeply disturbed, antisocial kid who would chew on the metal table legs of tables at lunchtime instead of eating lunch with the other kids, because I would hit and bite at any given opportunity. So I just lived on my own, like hyperbolic syllabic sesquidelamistic, which is a song on Hot Buttered Soul. I told this story about how I loved that album. I was in 5th grade, and how I still have my destroyed vinyl copy. I told that to Isaac Hayes once, and he loved the song. Man, that's really deep. I'm like, it's really deep. Hyperbolic syllabic sesquidelamistic. You wrote that. Stop following me. I can't stop following you. We got along pretty good. And so I grew up with a great gratitude for all the people on these records. And as I grew older, I started working and I made some money. I had minimum wage jobs. I always liked having a job. And I would go to the record store with my money. I'd buy records. I'd hear like a Rolling Stones song on the radio. I'd go to the record store. I just heard this song called Angie. Is that on an album? Here you go, $4.99. And I'd buy a Rolling Stones record. And so I started accumulating records and falling in love with music more and more as I became more alienated from the real world. Because girls were weird to talk to. My douchebag fellow students at school would eventually vote for Ronald Reagan. I didn't get along with them either. And so I liked my records more than I liked people, more than I liked reality. So I invented fake relationships with these people. If I ever got the chance to thank any one of these people, it would not be pretty. Because I have rarely been able to compose myself when I'm around anyone I admire in the world of music. If I have your record, you should run from me. Because I have never been like, hey, you made some records that I think are really good, and I'd just like to thank you. I'm going to leave now. I can't do that. I'm incapable of doing that. My gratitude is such where I will stand in front of you like, ah! Ah! I have been pepper sprayed. I have been restrained. I have been tased. I am rarely able to keep my cool because this music means so much to me. It allowed me to breathe.